What's up, guys? The Lazy Goldmaker here. Today we're tackling a fun little question. I think one of the most interesting one for many people. And we're going to talk about what it sort of takes to play the game for free through the token. So obviously, when I wrote the script, the price was actually higher for a token than it is right now. It's but on EU it's about 33,000. So we're going to break that down in sort of like daily, and we're going to look at how much you can make from various methods to see how much effort is required to put into the gold making specifically, so that you can pay for your tokens and play the game for free. Now, obviously, at the current prices, you're looking at 1100, 1150 gold per day to make this in 30 days. You can do that through farming, you can do dailies, you can do play the auction house with the crafting professions. There's a lot of things you can do, and we're gonna go through all of them. Now the first one is just doing dailies. So you can see here you're making about 31 gold for this daily. So that would mean you would need to do 37 dailies per day for a full month to get to a token just from dailies. Of course, you would get some gold as well from doing the from looting mobs and stuff, so you get a little bit more. But that isn't going to be super efficient. You can do a max of 25 on one, I believe. But then you have alts. You can have multiple characters, and if you do find like a really efficient set of like doing 2 daily hubs and doing them on 3 characters, then you can certainly get there, but you're going to be stuck doing those every day forever, essentially, if you want to keep playing the game for free. So while it is helpful, it's more of something you do while starting out when you don't have much gold, in my opinion. Now, next up is farming. You can farm in many different ways. You can do gathering, you can do mob killing, you can farm BOEs potentially in the raid. If we're looking at some of the more easy entry ones, you can farm stuff like ghost iron ore. Based on what I've seen from YouTube videos over the years, you can get maybe 500-600 ghost iron ore per hour. So at the current price of 1.7 per, so let's say you can get 550, and then you times that by 1.7, you'd get about 900 gold per hour. So you'd have to spend a little bit more than an hour every day. So if you take 1150 based on the price earlier today and divide that by 935, you'd have to spend 1 hour and 1 hour 10 or 1 hour 12 minutes per day to farm for a token if you were doing ghost iron ore only, which once again is certainly possible. It's a little over like 30 hours for a full month. But I mean, if you compare that to say just working and buying a token, obviously it's not going to come out too well. So in my opinion, you should still be looking for something that is a lot more efficient if you want to play the game for free. And this is where we start looking at crafting. Next, we're going to take a look at my favorite way to make gold, crafting. So this is where we can get a little bit more efficiency, potentially at least time efficiency. So to get an idea of how this looks, we're going to do an example with my professions. This is just my main, which has tailoring engineering, not the most optimized gold making profession. We are going to restock some profitable crafts that I know of for both professions. We're going to see how much Trade Skill Master calculates the profit to be. And then we're going to see how long it takes me to buy all the materials and craft all the things. So yeah, let's get the restocking going first. The first thing is that I'm going to get some Tinker's gears. Just going to queue up 10 of each of the good ones, essentially. And then I have here, we are going to go down to tailoring. No, screw that. We need to scroll, and we're going to do the PvP gear phase 1 restock. I will add 2 of each of these that are profitable. So now we have the entire thing. And now we can see here that the estimated profit for crafting all of these items and selling them is 3,100 gold. So that's quite a bit. That's a lot more than you get for an hour of farming. Now we'll have to see how much time it takes me to craft all these things. And then obviously later afterwards we're going to calculate how much time it's going to take you to roughly sell these. They're not all going to sell the first time you post them to the auction house, and particularly these aren't going to sell. So we'll have to make some assumptions for that, but yeah, let's go craft. So that was it for the restocking. That took me about 6 minutes to craft all of this, which according to Trade Skillmaster could give me 3,000 gold in profit. Now we're going to also time how much time it takes me to post this to the auction house, and then we're gonna talk about how fast these sell. Like typically, I think we can assume maybe 10% of the items you post in any given post scan is gonna sell. I think that's like a reasonable estimate. It depends a little on the item type. For some items it's gonna be more, for some items it's gonna be less, but we do that as a reasonable time estimate, which means that you would need to spend about 10 times as much time as I spend for one post scan to sell all of this. So yeah, let's see how long a scan takes me. So that's it. We spent about 1 minute to post these. So if we say that it's going to take us another 10 minutes, so we have the 6 minutes to restock everything, then the 10 minutes to craft, and that's going to make us potentially 3,000 gold profit if these prices hold. We can also see that the first Tinker's Gear already sold for a profit of 30 gold. So this is really nice. We're going to sell more of them, so I can repost these right away and get some more sales. So obviously the gold per hour is incredibly much higher. For crafting here, we're spending 16 minutes, and the potential profit is 3,000 gold compared to getting 1,000 gold per hour for farming. This is why this is sort of the best way to go about this. And this isn't with even particularly optimized professions. This is just what I have on my main for PvE reasons. And we're not doing anything crazy. We're just doing the PvP recipes for tailoring, and the Tinker's Gears for engineering. There's a lot of other things I could be crafting as well. We do have a ton of Imperial Silk. There's other things as well on top of this. But yeah, if I do this 10 times throughout a month, a little bit more than 10 times, then we're going to make a token. So if you have multiple characters, that is going to get you there a lot faster. So this crafting session was done without any like high-end recipes. We didn't do any hard to get ones or anything. There are a lot of higher profit crafts that we did not include at all, and obviously other faster selling markets that were not included. Now if you assume that 10% of your auctions sell, that would mean you would need to post auctions with a total expected profit of about 346,000 gold over the course of a month to get the 34,000 gold profit for the token. Now obviously, since 90% of your auctions aren't going to sell, 90% of those auctions are just going to be reposting the same items, roughly. But you are still going to have to sell a large amount of volume. If you expect maybe 20-30% profit margin, which is very typical, let's say 20% profit margin, that means we would have to do 34,600, and we divide that by 0.2. We need to have sales worth about 173,000 to get to 34,000 in profit for a month. Now, that might sound really high, but it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Well, I'm sure my data is missing everything because we just transferred to the main realm. But that is not actually that high if you're doing a lot of profession stuff. And we can see even from the crafting session I did earlier, we got 3,000 gold. It cost me about 800 gold to craft. This was just one profession, and it wasn't even everything, or two professions, and it was not every profitable craft from these professions, and it was not any of the most profitable crafts from those professions either. Or maybe the Tinker's Gears are actually incredibly profitable for engineering, but yeah. Now, the best way to go about this is to combine them all. If you don't have that much gold, then you want to do dailies, you want to do some farming to get more gold so that you can level up more professions. You want to have every profession maxed out, and so that you can afford to craft everything that is profitable and keep it up on the auction house. If you craft everything that's profitable and keep it up on the auction house, then it's quite easy to make multiple thousands of gold profit for any given day. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this today or recording this video is because I've started planning to do another 30 days to a token challenge, which I've done before. I know I at least did one in Wrath. I don't remember if I did one in Cataclysm, and I've done it in retail. It is quite fun. I just need to level my my rogue to level 90. So I'll be using whatever professions my rogue has, and we'll be trying to make a token starting from not completely scratch, but I'll be starting with 0 gold when I level at 80, hit level 85, and then I'll start with whatever gold I make leveling from 85 to 90, and then we'll see how quickly we can get to a token from that. So that's going to be fun. Hopefully we can get it in 30 days. The last time I did it in Wrath, I did it in like 14 days. But now we're on a mega server and the markets are completely different. So we'll see how it goes this time. Yeah, that's it. Good luck with your gold making.